Good afternoon, everybody. How are you doing? This is Jay Guerin with Midwest Cloud Computing, doing another one of my podcasts in my series of podcasts. Hopefully you'll find it interesting, but I was talking with a friend, and I've been noticing that there are a lot of, I call them one-man shows in the MSP business that are looking to sell. The market is flooded with MSPs that you can acquire, get their market share, get their customers, all that type of stuff. But realistically, how they got started, and this is kind of my definition of a one-man show, Scott. Scott's been super techie for this company for 20 years. And Scott says, you know what, I can go out and do this on my own. I'm going to go out and I'm going to create my own MSP. I'll try to talk my existing employer into being my first customer. But I know a lot of people around town, been doing it for 20 years. So I can get things off the ground and get going. And they do that. And whether their existing employer says, yeah, we'll be a customer or not, they go out, they get a few customers. They kind of hold up their end for a while. Maybe they get successful enough to hire another employee to help them out with this. And they get some adequate contracts and all that stuff. But then the realization of, well, you got to have insurance, and you've got to hang your shingle out, and you've got to pay employees, and you have to do all of this stuff that has nothing to do with technology, but it does have to do with running a business. And they get overwhelmed, and they basically lose focus and lose interest in having their own company. Mind you, having your own company is great. If you've got an idea and you can make it sell and you can make it stick, good for you. Go do it. But there's all these other things that you have to do when you are your own business. Registering with the state of Nebraska, or registering, going out and getting an EIN, going out and getting an accounting package to basically do all your books and all that stuff. It's cumbersome, not really difficult, but it's a lot of little small tasks that you just got to know about. Well, they get disenchanted with it, and then they say, you know what, I want to sell. And they get hooked up with a broker brokers are basically salespeople. What they're going to do is they're going to take their, 5 customer operation, and they're going to market it to, get the former super techie that's now the business owner, get them some coin, and at the same time make some money with the company that's going to acquire them. And again, they usually have an okay portfolio of a handful of customers, and to a lot of companies, they are a target. It is sometimes better to grow through acquisition versus organically. And if that's, and if you're an existing MSP and that's growth through acquisition, great. Organic growth, just as great. Both, even better. But anyway, I've been intrigued by all the phone calls that I've been getting from these brokers. Well, have you ever thought of expanding or acquiring another MSP business or whatever? Yeah, I think about it from time to time. But then I'm kind of obsessed with trying to be the best at everything I do. So I start thinking about, well, should I buy another company? Should I buy another MSP? Or should I focus on the things that I'm not doing well right now and improve upon those? And the latter usually gets my attention, because I like to make sure that my existing customers are well taken care of. But I don't know what your thoughts are on that. There's a lot of MSPs in the Omaha area. There's some very, very good MSPs in the Omaha area that service Des Moines, that service Omaha, service Lincoln, some service Kansas City. I'd love to hear from you, what your thoughts are. So I'm going to keep this a little bit brief so it's not such a giant file to post up on Facebook. But Jay Guerin, Midwest Cloud Computing, Omaha, Nebraska, 402-319-2909. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.